Bismillah Rahman Rahim. All my dear students, audience, viewers, and all the people who are listening to me on my YouTube channel at the rate Rana 4563. I welcome to all of you, dear students, and particularly who wish to appear for Cadet College's exam and they wish to get admission in Cadet Colleges. Today we will discuss model paper. You can say it's a pattern paper which might be set by different cadet colleges. Particularly, today paper is from Cadet College Sargodha. This paper was set for Cadet College students in the previous exams. So we discuss this paper today so that you might have a bit idea what type of science paper is set by Cadet College Sargodha or Cadet College PF Cadet College Sargodha or PF Cadet College Murray. Other cadet colleges also set the paper having the same pattern, same material, but if you are fully acquainted with the pattern of the paper and you have assimilated the required material in your mind of each and every subject that is required to be appeared for entry test in the cadet colleges. So today is the science paper. This paper is consisting of the two parts. So the first part is the objective with some minor definitions of certain things which are from the science subject, and the second part is consisting of the subjective part. The first part is the objective. So I just read it out, all the questions, and you are to note down all these questions. And I will help you out in giving answers also. And you just prepare the notes for your further preparation. So starting from the first one is part 1 is the objective, that is fill in the blanks. So the first question has been given: a human skeleton consists of black space bones. Black space mean it's khali jagah, black space. So in the black space you are to write down the correct answer. It happens often cadet colleges give the choices and you are to mark the correct choice or the correct answer from the given choices. Sometimes it never happens. You have to give the answer from your own, from your mind, whatsoever the material you have learned, you have assimilated in your mind. So from that you have to give the correct answers. So here human skeleton consists of black space bones. So definitely answer is 206. So like this you can prepare your notes and these notes will be very beneficial for you, very useful for you for preparing yourself for the cadet college's entry test exams. So the second question is, budding is an example of black space reproduction. So budding is the example of which type of reproduction? So it is of sexual reproduction. Third question is, a circuit which allows only one path for the flow of electric current is called. So if there is provision of only one path for electric charges to flow, so definitely it is series circuit. And if it gets multiple path, then it is parallel circuit. So here in this form it is series circuit. Next question is, an object falls toward the earth due to force of, then there is black space. So it is due to gravitation, as earth attracts all the bodies towards a center, and it exerts attractive force on all the objects. That attractive force is the force of gravity, or it is gravitation. So due to gravitation or due to force of gravity, all the things are attracted by the earth, or all the things fall on earth due to this force of gravity or the gravitation. So correct answer is gravitation or force of gravity. Next is, a molecule of a compound is formed of two or more than. The black space, correct answer is atoms. So when two or more than two atoms combine together, then they form the molecule. Now, in the same part, there are certain questions. You have to answer those questions briefly. Or you may say, answer to these questions are to be written in one line or two line, mean brief answers, or you can say short answers. For example, what is the general percentage of rock and humus in the soil? I repeat the question, what is general percentage of rock and soil and humus in the soil? Mean what percentage of humus and rock are present or is present in the soil? So only in 2-3 lines you are to give the answer. As we know that topmost layer of the earth is the crust, then mantle, and the third layer is the core. So in this way, this earth has been divided into 3 layers. Topmost layer where we are living, it is crust. Then second is the mantle, third is the core, deepest part. The last one is the core. But we are to concentrate only or focus only on the question. What is the question? And what is the brief answer to this question? So uppermost layer of the earth, the crust is covered by the soil. So it means the crust is only covered with the soil. So here we are to see the percentage of, what is the percentage of rock and humus in this portion. So soil formation started with the breakdown of the rocks. So this is the first how you can write the answer, how this soil is formed. So soil is formed by the breakdown of the rocks. Then these rocks are broken down by the action of the heat. These rocks are broken down. How these rocks are broken down? These are broken down by the heat or action of heat. Snow, glaciers, running water and wind. These are also the factors which are involved in breaking down the rocks. So heat action is there, glaciers are there, wind is there, and running water. Running water also plays important role in breaking down of these rocks. Humus helps the broken fine particles of the soil to stay together and holds in itself water and air. So this is how you can write down the brief answer. The next question is, what are write down the main sources of vitamin D? Vitamin or vitamin, both are correct. So here we must learn the correct way of pronouncing the scientific terms also. But here you are to concentrate and focus on the correct answer. So the main sources of vitamin D, we daily normally people those who are from the having those who are having farming background, they normally use butter and such type of things in their breakfast or in their meals. So one of them is the butter, and second is the liver and butter. So only write down brief answer to this question. So next is the element. Define element. So element is that which which is composed of atoms having same atomic number but may be different atomic masses as due to isotopes. There are certain elements who have their isotopes, but previously it was defined that element is that which is composed of elements having same atomic number, same atomic masses, but due to discovery of isotopes this definition is varied. So isotopes are the atoms of the same element having same atomic number, mean number of proton or number of electron. But due to variation in number of neutron, their atomic masses might be varied. So element is defined as it is composed of the atoms having same atomic number, mean number of proton or number of electron. You can mention here number of proton or number of electron because an atom has same number of proton, same number of electron. Number of proton, number of electron are equal in an atom. So you can define this element in any way. Then there is a question writing down the examples of translucent material. My dear students, translucent material is in between the opaque and transparent. Transparent are those materials which allow the light to pass through and you can see across them. So transparent, opaque are those who do not allow the light to pass through and you cannot see across those material. And in between are the translucent. To some extent they do not totally block the light. To some extent they allow the light to pass through and you can see across them to some extent. So you can write down the example here. It is only I have only told you for your further knowledge, but here you are not to define this translucent material. You have to write down the examples of the translucent material. So you can write down 2 3 example, 4 example or 5 example, whatsoever the time is left with you, you can write down. So wax is one of the example, and wet cloth is also the same example. And in this way tissue paper we are normally use in our homes and houses. So these are in our use in daily routine. So you can take examples of tissue paper, wax, wet cloths, etc. Then question is, name the metals used to prepare nichrome. Nichrome basically is the alloy of which elements? One of them is the nickel, other is the chromium. So you can, in simple way, you can understand that when chromium and nickel are combined together, so we get nichrome. So it's the first part, that is objective part. In the next lecture, inshallah, we will cover the subjective part of the same paper. Thank you to all. Assalamu alaikum.